We had an event this weekend. Kim Fukai, our programming production director, is been dating a guy named Mark who lives in Chicago, and they're in their first year of dating, and so Mark had told her, "I'm going to tell you the 10 reasons why I love you." Throughout the weekend, he's been texting her, sending her these reasons, and they're in that mushy stage. But anyway. At 1:30 in the morning, he calls her. And she looks at the phone, she puts the phone down, and he calls her again. She goes, it must be important. And he goes, "I want to tell you number 10. And she goes, "Well, I was actually asleep when you texted me number 9. Let me look at that first." So she goes, okay, go ahead. And they have a long-distance relationship, so they're used to, this whole phone thing. And he says, "I want to tell you number 10. And she goes, "Okay, go ahead." He goes, No, I want to tell you in person." And she goes, "Well, okay." He goes, "Come to the door." So he's flown down, right? And she comes to the door, and he opens up the box and pulls out the ring and says, "Will you marry me?" So show him the ring, Kim. There she is back there. Okay. So here's the thing. Mark had a plan, right? He didn't just he had to buy a ticket, so he had to plan this thing out a little bit. He had to buy a ring, right? He had to plan this thing out a little bit. So in chronos time, he's operating his plan, this plan that he has set in motion. And it's going along according to plan. 1:30 a.m., the phone rings. And all of a sudden, this 6/8/13, all of a sudden, this normal day that most of us just passively went through, that we would actually forget, becomes this is a moment in time that they will always remember. This is a moment in time that they will never forget. Years from now, when their children are growing up, and they'll tell that story, and your daddy came, and he knocked on the door. He showed up out of Chicago. It becomes this kairos moment, the suspended moment in time.